Hey there, it's Psychic Hunter David. Again, I've got this throat thing. I think I'm going to stop drinking cream. Then again, it could be mold in here. There's been some issues about that. The thing that I want to talk about today, of course, being Thursday, the 29th, is reality checks. So these next 2 weeks are going to be very much based upon reality. And you know, one of the things that we're facing throughout the whole West, it's everywhere. You're going to see it with rebellion and revolution, etc., is the fact that these huge corporations are just benign and ignorant. But the one thing that they have a real problem with that is going to be the big story for each of us is go to media. When you use media as your means to be destructive, this is how you're successful. So now that Mercury has gone direct, the goal is to be able to work your stories through to do with getting out into media. You don't have to use social media. You can actually go to media publication, because there are a lot of investigative reporters, investigative people out there that do these types of things that aid their income, and that's part of they being a tough journalistic investigative reporter. So one of the things I've said to a lot of people is now going forth through this next week or two, this is the time to act upon problems. There's many people in this world that live in fear, that they shove their own head you know where, and they run around really terrified and fearful. Fearful of what? That you're going to die? Fearful that you may lose things you think you own? This is on loan. The world is going to go through what is really perceived as being a false reset. No matter what goes on with the American election, no matter what transpires, that's going to be next week right through the 18th of November. And during this period of time, the one thing we have to be careful about is that Pluto will slide back into Aquarius. It does on Tuesday of next week. And what's happening is we're given this sort of false understanding that, oh yes, it's all about material and it's about Saturn and about banking and about all this other. But then when we get to the end of November, probably more likely we're sensing it at the beginning of January 2025, we're seeing Pluto go full force into Aquarius. No group are going to control anything anymore. This is not going to happen. Things will collapse over the next 20 years. But you have to understand, as what happened at the end of the 18th century, things can come out of this can be problematic as well. And you just want to be level-headed about it. You don't want to go all hog wild and start screaming in the streets. This is where things don't work. What does work is to be able to play this logically, and as I said, use a medium that is going to enable, meaning letting people know it's information. And information is a very dynamic tool and a very dangerous one, because sooner or later people are going to take gossip and they're going to run with it. And this is where things become viral and people start talking. That's the damage. So in life, just be a little aware of that. Set the seed where you need to set it. Be very, very calculated. Anyway, I wish you guys all the best. Enjoy the day. I'm around, and I am going to be next weekend, by the way, at the Cabbagetown Festival, which should be a lot of fun. And it's going to be great to get to run into a lot of old friends and family and people I know from Cabbagetown. It'll be a great time. If you're out and about, come stop by and see me. I'll be right by where I used to live there at Winchester. But anyway, I wish you guys all the best. You heard it here first. I have availabilities. Give me a call, Zoom, or on the phone over the weekend, and that's it. And house parties, by the way. Cheers.